Hello everyone. Tonight we are going to do a straight pour galaxy style, and my paints are all mixed with Floetrol only, no water, nothing else except for the white, and that has some satin enamel by Deco Art, about 2 tablespoons, 2 of these larger teaspoon tablespoon type spoons. I don't measure it, I just kind of dump it in there. All my spoons or sticks do stand up in it. I'm going to start with this paint because this paint is Sargent's Art Acrylic, and it is marine, aquamarine blue. It's blue, but it's got a lot of subtle purple in it, and I love it. It's beautiful. I've got 24 karat gold by Deco Art. I have got my Deco Arts 50/50 emerald and sapphire mix. So it's got a lot, it's a little bit more emeraldy than I usually do, just a little bit, because usually I do 2 to 1, 2 of the sapphire, 1 of the emerald, but I did 50/50 because I have 2 other bluish colors. This one, I'm sorry, I do not know what color this is. I had 1 container and I've used it, and I've got a large cup of that paint, but I don't know what it is. It's blue, but it's got a lot of green in it, so it's on the greener end of it. So I've got 1 blue that has green undertones, 1 blue that has a lot of purple undertones, and 1 blue that has a brighter green undertone. So anyway, undertone, not toe. This is a mustardy orange color. Again, I get like 1 container of these paints, and when I use them, I will tell you what it is on my video that I, initially use it in, and then it's just kind of, yeah, I don't know after that, and so you have to go back and watch my other videos, I guess. I can't keep track of them because I've got like 15 of them going right now. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and make my cup, and I mix my paints like different colors together. That's where I get my joy in doing this painting. And so the colors are not like the colors that they are when they come in the bottle, and so you're not going to get the same color. But that's kind of the fun of doing this, is that you can do that and come up with your own shades, and I enjoy doing that. I seldom ever use the paint just straight from the jar. My 24 karat gold generally I keep the same, but other than that, not so much. Okay, I'm going to use just a tiny bit of this red and this yellow because I want splashes of this color. I do not want it to take over my painting, and I do have issues with that. So I'm not even sure what red and orangey yellow is going to make, but we're going to see. Okay. I am hoping to get some really nice big cell activity. I guess we all are when we do this, but There goes the fridge. It never fails. I don't know if the fridge actually has a problem or what. It's just... Uh-oh, my white's not the same consistency as my other paints, because it is trying to sink. Okay, tiny bit of red. Tiny bit of yellow. I'm almost out of that red, which is nice. I do my very best to use my paints up. I try really hard not to waste any more paint than you have to when you're doing these pours. It's expensive. I'm going to go ahead and just add all this. I want this to be a dark painting with a lot of light colors popping. And there's never a rhyme or reason to the colors I put together. There really isn't. I just say, oh, that looks like it might be pretty with that one, and go from there. Very scientific. And just a tiny bit of white. The very, very, very full cup. And by the way, I've been doing these pours, and usually I use a different cup, but it's not clear. And so I was thinking, well, I need to use clear cups so that y'all can see. And my husband got me a great big bag of these cups from Costco. And so I've been using them. And the other day, I just, for some reason, decided to actually look at the packaging. And lo and behold, I found out that these cups are only 16 ounces. And so, sometimes when I have, like, issues with getting my pour to do what I want it to do and stuff, it's because I'm 4 ounces short on paint. And I didn't even know it. So, you really do want to use about 20 ounces of paint in your pour cup, so that you have enough of it to move it around without distorting your center. So, I'm going to have to get some, but I don't have any right now, so I have to carry on with what I have. And yeah, that's just kind of, hopefully, I'm hoping that, you know, my pieces turn out the way I expect them to turn out. A lot of the time they do, some of the time they don't, but at least now I know why they don't some of the time. And that's good information. Because they turned out really great all the time when I was using the other cup. So, or at least they met my expectation, I guess is a better way of saying it. Some bubbles. I just mixed these paints. We had a blackout tonight, and so I'm really behind. Everything just, I mean, the whole neighborhood, the whole street, all up and down the street. It was pretty bad. I don't know why. Okay, here we go. So unsteady. Whew. I was holding my breath and everything, and I was still really unsteady, and I didn't think it was going to turn out, but it looks good. Whew. When you're asthmatic, holding your breath isn't the best thing to do. Oh, this is interesting. I'm going to bring it over. I don't know if that's the wise thing or not, but I did it. It's looking pretty good. My hand would have been more steady. You really have to be steady when you pour these. And I was going all over the place. Wow, there's some beautiful bright colors in this. This is pretty. This is really pretty. I am gonna just kind of move it a little bit. I want to kind of stretch it just a little bit. Get my paint. A little spread out. Just a tiny bit. Oh, that looks so pretty. Whew. Sorry, I'm just, my lungs are going, give me some air. Wow, this is gorgeous. That red and yellow and gold made orange, and it's really, really pretty. See how much though? Look at, I put just a tiny bit in, and look how much it gave me. It just really will take over a painting, but this is just beautiful. I wish I could just leave it right like this. Because it's like picture perfect. I got a lot of bubbles. Sorry guys, I have to pop them. Because I just mixed the paints. Wow, that center is really cool. Huh. I want to move this a little bit when I'm stretching because it's kind of off sides. I'm giving it a second here so those bubbles will continue to come up and I can pop them. Those are going to give me the cells that I want too. As the bubbles pop, it brings up the paint below. Wow, this almost looks like flames. It's just pretty cool. Okay, I am going to spread the white and I'll be right back. Alright, I got the white all spread. I'm going to torch this again. And I'm not seeing any cells in this area, and the reason is because I lowered my cup. I was struggling to pour it in the same spot and keep my pour consistent, and I lowered my cup, and so I didn't get the mix that I needed to see. I've got all these cells where I started off high, and then I should have braced myself a little bit better. You really have to do that if you're kind of wobbly like me. So anyway, that's why I didn't get a whole bunch, but maybe they'll come up as I'm stretching. I hope so. I'll try to go as slow as I can. Move it off the side on both sides. The mass is moving nicely on this side. It was not on the other side. It wasn't as wide as this side is moving, which is exactly what I want. I don't want, you have to cover like to the center, you know. Like this part didn't get that part moved, so it's going to be a struggle to get that over. Okay. Hopefully I can bring some cells up, because I am not getting many at all in this area right here. I've got some here and a bunch there. But like I said, I lowered my cup just to get myself steadied because I was doing this all over. And you really need a little bit of height when you're pouring so that it kind of mixes the paints. So, okay. And my center mass is moving together, both sides at the same time, and I'm hoping that I can kind of direct it over this way just a little bit without messing things up. And then pull it back. That worked. Because I have less paint to work with, I have to be careful about how much I pour off. And back to center. Oh, this is beautiful all in here. I'm going to have to get the paint from my cup and fill this in. Okay, it's looking beautiful, except I don't have the cells that I want, except for here and some here. That's a little disappointing, but I know why it happened. It's still really pretty. I'm going to fill this in, this little corner. It's going to be very colorful. I always save what's in my cup for this process. Even if I end up, you know, bringing the paint back, if I've got enough to move this off the canvas. It gives me the colors of the painting that I need if I don't. So. This was a pretty big gap. I'm weird that way. I like my whole, I don't like the negative space stuff. That's just not my thing. Okay. So I know that looks weird, but I can work with that. I'm going to do the bottom here now. I'm stopping it because I want that paint on the side closest to you to catch up, so I don't have gaps. This side's moving really well. It's going to come over the edge, but that side is not. And I want it to go over the edge at kind of the same time on both sides. So that's what I'm doing. Because I just don't have enough paint to play with this too much. And there we go. Wow, that is really pretty. Get as much of this white off my hands as I can and scoop this green up. It looks, I don't know, it kind of looks like flames. It looks like water and then it looks like flames. I think it's beautiful. And the colors just are so pretty together, and they're separate. And then some of them blended, so it's hard to describe. I'll show it to you when I bring you in. I'm just checking my floor. Make sure I didn't pour it all over my floor. I am going to work on this corner. I don't have much paint to work with. Oh, I really don't want to stretch that all out of whack. I'm going to bring it back really quick because my right hand side, opening those bands up, started like opening them up too much. They were getting too stretched. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, that's so nice. It looks like it's whipping around, like, I can't even describe it. Oh, this is so pretty. It's just so different. Making sure my hands are dry. Okay. I am a little disappointed that I didn't get the cells that I know I can get and do get. I've got some stripes with different colors and stuff, but I didn't get like the cells here. I didn't get them in the center. And that's a little disappointing, but I know exactly why it happened. And there just wasn't anything I can do. Sometimes I guess it's just my age, but I just get real unsteady, and I was shaking. And yeah. Okay, well, I don't think I'm going to move it anymore. I think I'm at the end of my paint, and I just think this is really pretty. So, I'm going to go ahead and bring you in. Okay. Let me see if turning some of these lights out will help. It's the overheads that are a problem. Here we go. I'm going to try to do a up above There, I got a little of the glare gone. Then let me show you all these beautiful cells. Look at them. Just the multiple colors. They're really, really pretty. And across the top. And I got some very large cells there. I dumped off a bunch of them, unfortunately. But look at the colors in this. The red and the yellow that made orange, but the red stayed kind of defined. And I did not put very much red or yellow in this. And then just little wisps of yellow right down here with a little mixture of red or orange. This is one elongated cell and a bunch of little ones. And it's starting to, can you see the little cells that are starting to form? So it may continue to develop a little bit. Look at that. I think it's so pretty. And then I have a line of cells. And come back up. Look at the center. Isn't that pretty? I don't even know what I would call it. And we've got this in the middle that just kind of breaks that wave action up. It almost, I don't know. I just really don't know. Almost looks like a big rock in the middle or something. Anyway, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment. And yeah, you gotta hold your cup up a little higher if you want a lot of cells, and keep it up. Okay, you have a good night. Thank you very much for watching. Good night.